There's Georgie and Mandy's first marriage. It chronicles the journey of Sheldon's older brother, Georgie, as he adjusts to fatherhood after getting married. Sheldon must tend to his mother and little sister following the horrific series finale of Young Sheldon. There are a lot of things that Georgie needs assistance with, learning to do without his dad. Thankfully, Jim, the father of his wife, can handle this role. The delicate subject of familial ties is explored in a multitude of ways in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage. The contentious romance between Georgie and Mandy is the show's main focus. However, many other characters have become part of the family. In Season 2 of Georgie and Mandy's first marriage, the Mallister and Cooper families deal with their usual share of troubles, but one of them needs extra care. Being so dissimilar makes the father-son relationship between Jim and Connor challenging. Connor is unemployed, lives in the garage, and has a singular focus in the pilot, making music. Jim, on the other hand, is a hard-working businessman who struggles to understand his son's lifestyle choices. Jim avoids trying to communicate with him since he is unsure how to do so. Connor has accepted Jim's assessment that he is the family's biggest letdown. Jim and Connor didn't seem very close to Georgie. Many times, Georgie had tried to bring them closer together, but it had never worked. Without outside assistance, both sides will need to work harder. Their long-term relationship had clearly been fraught with difficulties. Jim had a deeper relationship with Mandy than Connor had, despite Connor's status as the family outcast and Audrey's admiration for him. Tensions arise between them. Season 1 places a heavy burden on 19-year-old Georgie. Without a father figure in his life, he turns to Jim for support. Motivated at work, Georgie likes cars and wants to lend a hand to Mandy. For Jim, he has always been the ideal son. Because Connor was head over heels with Georgie, he had to depart. You can't ignore Connor. He's the shining light among Georgie and Mandy. Even though Jim can lend Georgie a hand, he must be fair to his child. Jim never intended for Connor to be his kid, but here we are. Swapping out Connor for Georgie will make him an ineffectual parent. For much too long, he has ignored his son. Regardless of Georgie's intentions, he is certainly making it more difficult for Jim and Connor to become acquainted with one another. If Jim aspires to be an adequate TV dad, he must stop being so preoccupied with Georgie and his baby. Jim would do well to lean in closer to Connor and listen to him more. Even if Connor says foolish things a lot, Jim would still benefit greatly from listening to him. There needs to be more one-on-one time for them to talk. Assuming the show moves at a leisurely pace, they should be able to resolve their issues in due time. Jim should make an effort to understand his son if he wants to strengthen their relationship. The fact that they are different shouldn't drive a wedge between them. Jim would see that Connor and he are not so different if he would just show an interest in Connor's hobbies, like music. It is Jim's duty to assist Connor going forward, because he is the one in control of their relationship. The first marriage of Georgie and Mandy will deteriorate more if he does nothing to help Connor and the couple work through their issues.